How come I see myself twice on here?
Tamika.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you didn't speak today. We got an hour again now. Do you want to speak after everybody speak? You okay?
I'm actually great.
Okay,
I enjoy listening. I was trying to I'm multitasking in here.
Okay, you can multitask.
Had left out, but no, listen, I thank God for you and just for the stories that I have heard thus far. Just to watch the healing process and effect. It's just awesome. Mm-hmm. It really is, because it does help. And you never know what applies to what, where, with who, so just to let people be able to express themselves and to know it's not just you, and to know that somebody else is listening and paying attention and really cares and not, just listening. It makes a difference. So no, I thank God for you. I'm good. I'm gonna lay back. I might have to zoom out and call in because I need to get out of here, but it's awesome once again. Mm-hmm. Once again.
Thanks. I just wanted to make sure you was all right.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, Tamika. Ronnie, until I get back in, you have anything else to say? Reverend Ronnie? It's like, no.
I had something I wanted to say. I want to digress back to young ladies when they were talking about abuse. Just some things I wonder about. When in fact that do you give guys, I want to say guys, and I'm not being just one way with it, but I know there are some guys who are abused too. But do you give guys a pass? I understand the number of cases that went up since COVID, but do you give guys a pass because it's almost like you give them a pass because of their situations? Maybe they can't find a job right now. Maybe they're stressing and they're blaming it on the system. So you don't want to call the cops to put them in the system. So you kind of overlook it and don't see it as abuse. Is that, to say? I mean, I get it, it's physical, but do you overlook it because you start making, I want to say you kind of water it down with, okay, this is an excuse, so, I'm going to let that go.
Pardon me, I'm back. I'll join. My bad, y'all.
Okay, wait till we wait the other people to get back on. Hold on. Okay, Ronnie. So, Ms. Miller, did you want to answer that question?
I'm still thinking. I think when a woman is in an abusive relationship, to me, it all stems from her lack of self-esteem. Her accepting that negativity from a guy, thinking that she doesn't deserve better. I think a lot of times a man can see that a woman has that sense of lack of self-esteem and uses it sometimes. There are clear signs when a man is abusive, the fact that he tries to keep her away from friends and family, he may begin to say things to her, saying that there's nothing that she can do that's good. She'll be working her hardest, her damnedest to make things happen. And yet he will feed that negativity into her head and she'll accept it. So I don't know. Is the other young lady on?
Tiffany, no, I don't think so. I just told her to get back on.
Oh, yeah, I would love.
I'm on, Elaine. I'm on.
Okay, she on.
Oh,
yes, I'm on.
Yeah.
So, what you want to ask?
Do you have any insight? I just wanted to know what she felt.
Exactly what you said. I was being told those things.
Yeah.
That I wasn't gonna be nothing. Nobody wasn't gonna want me. And all they was gonna do is wanted to have sex with me. If I was to move on, they wouldn't want anything from me. Like as if I wasn't worth nothing.
Nobody wants you. They'll say things like that. And if you're not strong enough, and if your eyes are not open to see that what they're saying is not right, you'll fall into that and begin to believe it. The
Right.
thing about it is, I was hearing those things each and every day, but yet when I was out in the work world, I was the teacher of the year. Everything I did when I was teaching was awesome. They all knew me down at the superintendent's office. I mean, I did great things when I was a teacher. So in my head, I would say at home, I can do nothing right. But yet when I'm in the work world and I'm in the professional world, I excelled. So something was not right. And that is what really tipped me off. I was saying, if he would say something negative, oh, nobody wants you, you're nothing, you can't do that right. But yet when I go into the professional world, it was the complete opposite.
Right.
There will be some women who don't have that and who will begin to hold on to that negativity and then begin to believe it. And I don't know, I was one of the blessed ones where I was able to see the difference between the two and realize that it wasn't me, it was him.
Absolutely.
So is it a
For the ones
control
that-
thing?
The ones that
Yes,
just
control. Yes.
The
So
ones
is
that-
it just more control?
They wanted to control you. Mhm.
So for
Can
the
I say
ones that
something?
Ronnie posed a question about domestic violence. Ms. Miller is speaking on it, Tiffany speaking on it. Why do the women stay or stay in a domestic violence thing? So that's why for the ones that just jumped on, that's what they were talking about. So we have Ty back. Ty, the guy next to you, Duke, what's his last name? Because it's Duke
May
his
not want
name.
to put his
You
government
muted.
out.
You muted. Okay, but show Miss Miller Duke because she's trying to see which Duke that was. So show Miss Miller Duke.
He said Raymond.
Show her him.
Raymond, what's his last name? Oh, he
Miller,
don't
look at
want to
him, Miss
say his
Miller.
last name.
Daquan Raymond.
Okay.
Remember, it was Daquan Raymond and Daquan Harris.
He said you was his
Us two.
teacher.
We had you in
I
sixth
remember
grade.
Daquan. 6th grade?
Yeah. I
Okay.
forgot you took over somebody's classroom. Like right by Miss Nash. Right by Miss Nash.
Miss
class.
McCoy?
Yeah.
Miss McCoy.
Yeah.
You had Taniqua. Taniqua was in the class.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used
So
to
was
call.
Duke bad? Was he bad?
I don't. He might not have been because I would remember him. I remember
Yeah.
all the bad ones.
Yeah, you would have. You would have remembered me.
But you remember Ty, no, huh?
I was a good one. I was a good one for a little while.
For a little
And I
while.
looked different, Miss Miller. I had hair back then.
But you know what else? Though? I don't
okay.
think the schools don't have people like y'all in there no more. I think they just have people that come and do their 8 hours and leave. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they need family in there. They need more Miss Masons, Miss Lambs, and Miss.
Yes.
So it's none of that.
Mason passed away.
Yes, I know. I heard about that.
Yeah.
Even all the way down to the lunch ladies.
The
we
lunch
was a
lady,
family.
yeah,
Remember
Miss
Shorter and all them?
Miss White and all them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We was a
We
family.
with Miss Childs.
Yes,
Y'all
Yes.
remember Miss Childs?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
Miss
Miss
Childs.
Childs is like my best friend. Yeah. Miss Childs and I was talking about that the other day, that the school systems is not what they used to be.
Nah, not
Chancellor
at all.
used to be a family.
Yeah. Y'all remember Mr. Watt?
Yeah.
Mr. Watt? And y'all know Mr. Rosier?
Mr. Abadou.
Mr. Rosier died, right?
Yeah, Miss Rosier.
Yeah, I know, man.
What about Miss who was our computer teacher, Mr.
Mr.
Abadou?
Abdul
Mr. Abigail passed away?
He passed away too.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my dude, Mr. Abdul Ghani.
Mr. Baskerville passed away? Mr.
Yeah, I remember that. Who?
Mr. K-Son.
Oh yeah, the gym
Okay.
teacher just passed
Yeah,
away.
Mr. Young
Mr.
passed
Young.
away.
Yeah.
That was my
Okay, so
god.
our
And
reunion
Miss
is
Young.
over, Miss Miller. The
That was
reunion
my
is
god
over.
brother.
Go ahead, Ty. Let's go.
Yeah, there's a
Wow.
lot of them.
Miss Young was my 8th grade teacher.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what we doing now is like you know, what I'm gonna ask everybody to do that played the part in the nonsense out here in the streets, like we kind of made the nonsense look cool, and we made kids want to join and follow our lead. So we asking for all of them to come back and give a hand in trying to rebuild the community, right? And like how we made the nonsense look cool, like the violence and everything else. We want to make learning look cool, being respectful look cool. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we want to restore it to back how it was in y'all generation. Like where everybody, it's going to take some time because it's been a lot of blood being shed and it's a lot of, but we just got to get out here and work. Ain't nothing going to come easy. You know what I'm saying? We got to make some sacrifices. But, you know, everything, I mean, hopefully everything fall in place. I got something I'm trying to put together for the females called Wavonia Angels.
It's called what?
Wavonia Angels. Can you hear me?
You said Wavonia?
Yeah, it's like named after my grandmother.
Okay.
But I just want to work with like single parents, like with newborns and stuff like that. So I just want to be able to, you know, do whatever I could do for them because I think they need a lot of help because they, you know, they just coming into the parenthood, and 9 times out of 10 they by themselves because they had a baby by a person like me, and we either in jail or we dead. You get what I'm saying? We done messed their license up. We driving their car without license. We got locked up in their car. We just messed their license, messed their whole life up. You know what I'm saying? And it's been going on for years. So I just want to try to change all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Sometimes I be feeling a little overwhelmed when I look around and see what's going on around me, knowing I played the part in this. So in due time, we're going to. Did it cut off?
So the young guys that you're hanging around now, because I know you said you was with one today.
Oh yeah. I'm with one of them. I'm with one of them right now. That's why I'm walking off because he's.
So he wouldn't want to talk.
Nah, I'm try to let you stand. Where'd he go? You know, what's up, bro? Like he don't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I see him walking around all day by himself, and I'm like, yo, that's gonna be the first person I work with.
Absolutely, because he misses. Absolutely.
Well, just go. And that's why I had text you because I didn't want to say it in front of him. I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely. And then we could have just said, as a young person, how do you feel? What do you think that we could do for you? I wouldn't have made it seem like you told me anything because I know how to talk to little children.
Just be there for him like how you was for me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold on real quick.
Elaine, Yolanda, I have a question.
Yeah.
We're dealing with the various forms of trauma that affect our communities and us directly, or is it just domestic?
It's period. It's life. It's not domestic. Today they talked about domestics. We was just showing them that it's all type of trauma. So, you know, I talk about losing my son. It's my sister-in-law last week talked about cancer because she has cancer, so that's a part of her trauma. So it's life, period. So Tiffany talked about her depression today, her domestic violence. And so we all on here, and it's just showing us that we all have different types of trauma. We all going through. So it's everything. It's just not domestic violence. But today was the topic for some reason. Okay, go ahead, Todd.
Down the road, I would love to do a presentation on trauma.
Okay, so we have another one coming up when? The 27th is my next one, and so you can speak then. Go ahead, Todd.
That's my son's graduation, so I have to do it probably the following month.
Okay. Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, look, I just took him to the park, and he just went right over there, just playing with the kids and stuff like that. It just they don't have nothing to do. Nobody don't. But would it help them? It just be there like how you was for me. You get what I'm saying? You saw how you never gave up. You kept pushing, and even sometimes when it was aggravating, I don't want to do the right thing. And you was tired. Come on, do the right thing. And you know, it's like, that's what they need. They need somebody not to give up on it. You know what I'm saying? So whenever the time is right, I probably try to, you know, get us all together and you just, you know, just pick his brain. Just let him know that you love him.
Absolutely.
He ain't by himself.
Absolutely.
But when the next meeting, so I can make sure I'm available.
On the 27th. Greg, you want to do a poem? Hey, Ty. So while everybody on here, I'm gonna put Ty on the spot. Ty was supposed to do a what if, and he didn't send it to me yet.
No, I started it. I ain't finished it.
But you have to finish it. The deadline was coming up.
I'm gonna get it done. I'm just a little shy. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying?
You doing great.
Even right now, see how right now I just let you put me on blast. I said I just got to do it because this Elaine. You get what I'm saying? But
absolutely, I love you for that, Ty. I love you. So, Ty, let me ask you a question. If it's something different right now, if it's something that you could say that you didn't have right now that you, besides like you said, you want to give them, I guess, mentoring them, being around them. And I'm gonna say this because you know as well, you were in the street. And so like Greg said, the fact that he was in the street, he tried to move different because you never know who wants you or who looking at you. We don't want to claim none of that. But how do you feel like being around the kids? Do you feel like you constantly got to look over your shoulder as well? Because you don't want to bring people in, harm's way. How you do that?
Yeah, I constantly got to look over my shoulder. And sometimes you get nervous. But then, I've been doing it so long, I'm just tired of it. You get what I'm saying? I'm just tired of doing it. And the more I stay away, the more worse it's going to get because of stuff happen every day. And like Greg know, right? We could be a million miles away, but if it happened where we from, our name still come up in it. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, we could never leave the streets because our name, you get what I'm saying? It's like they just want us to die. Like, why can't we change our life? Why we can't retire? Like, y'all let Jordan retire. Y'all still buy his sneakers. Y'all cheer for him. Let us retire. Let us walk. You get what I'm saying? So it's just one of them. So it's like either I stay away and let it get worse, or I just try to fix it, and try to sacrifice my life. But that's just something I always chose to do, I just always had to, just ain't mind losing my life for my lifestyle. So I don't want to see these kids go through the same thing I went through. And I know it's my fault because I kind of brought that gang stuff, around a little bit. So it's like, I feel bad.
Can I speak on what you're saying about retiring?
Yeah, that's well in everyone.
Anybody can understand what we're saying by not doing it no more, not being around it and trying to do better. But at the end of the day, like Greg said before, it's always going to be somebody that has a grudge or feels some type of way. Somebody, cousin, brother, son, whoever. So it's always going to be you putting your life on the line to make things better for everybody else. Is either you're going to do it and we just going to sacrifice or you're going to give up. That's the main focus. And to you and Greg, y'all both doing the same thing. So it's like, you're going to look behind your back regardless of what. But at the end of the day, if you reach one person or touch one person, that's all that matters.
That's what it's about right there, bro. Because we can't save we want to save everybody, but we can't. So we just got to focus on one life at a time. You know what I'm saying? So we can see the results. I don't want to work with a crowd of people and just going in one ear and out the other. Because I could just be somewhere with my son. You get what I'm saying? I got a son. I could just go spend that time with my son. But even though I got a good family, you get what I'm saying? Like my son is all right, so I just want to get out here and work in these streets and try to, you know what I mean? Just try to change a little bit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I ain't Superman. I ain't saying, and I don't speak for nothing past where I'm from. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I only can speak for my little crew. And it's only about 4 of us. You get what I'm saying? So that's just that. And you like, some people it's best to stay away because of we can't beat
what you've been through and what was been followed behind you.
Yeah, the system is deadly, bro. It's like a picture's worth 1,000 words. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just if me and Greg was to work together on this project we trying to do, they'd take it beyond that and make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? The world is just messed up, bro. But we got to change that image. You get what I'm saying? We got to like. So I'm front lining what I'm doing to let people know, bro, I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? I even stay away from you with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to talk it or, you know what I'm saying? So my actions speak louder than my words, bro. I just really show people I'm a changed man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and what I'm going to say about you and Greg, and I'm speaking on you and Greg because I know both of y'all. It's ironic that both of y'all last name is Carter's and y'all not related. But
that's Lil Carter, man. That's Lil Carter.
You hear that, Greg? But what I want to say is both of y'all.
No. First of all, hey, Todd,
Bruh, don't do that, bruh.
You oink and Todd, man. Don't start going by Carter, man.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Once I heard you had that, how you had that Carter rocking, I'm like, nah, he ain't about to get that to himself. You heard? Fuck, nah.
Yeah, but what I want to say about both of y'all are that y'all both really, to be honest, and I'm gonna just say this: when my son Eric when Eric got killed, people in the city hall was talking, so I heard somebody came back and said somebody on the second floor said something, and they was like, "Oh, that was her good son that died." They wasn't after the good son; they was after the bad son. And so I wanted to go on Facebook, and it bothered me, like, just to let everybody know, like, none of my sons was bad. It was just Greg was a different type of kid than Eric. Greg gonna confront you, right? And so saying that, because I know Greg's heart and I know your heart, Todd, right? I know you ever since you was young. You both of y'all have a great heart. So in the midst of what's written is gonna be written. We know that only God knows when you're gonna come and when you're gonna go, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so in the midst of this, you both can be in Welland, could be blessings. Like you said, if you could just save one child, long as you continue.
Oh shit, that's the pardon my language. That's the homie Welland right there.
No, we ain't talking about the homie Welland, but that's
No,
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's him.
Hey, yo. No, I'm saying, Elaine, I ain't gangbanging no more. But I remember
Miss Lee, Todd.
I'm sorry, Miss Lee. Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah, so that's Welland. And so maybe y'all, but at the end of the day, because I'm saying this to say, like you said, in the midst of you'll put your life on the line, you still gonna be blessed, regardless of what you have did in the beginning. And we have a reverend on the phone, and I'm quite sure they can say, long as you repent and ask God to forgive you, you're gonna be all right. So in the back of your mind, know that you are a blessing. And that little boy that you with, that was in the back seat of the car, you're going to be a blessing to him. I'm going to be a blessing. We're all going to be a blessing to him. So continue to listen. Watch over your shoulder, because I need you to do that. But I also need to let you know publicly that I love you like my son. I always loved you. There's something about you when you were younger. I don't know. I always was attracted to the bad children in the school, or the ones not say bad, that everybody always had to say, Miss Lee, go get time. Well,
the ones that need a little bit more attention.
Absolutely. And so, in saying that, sometimes I just feel like
I hated that in special ed, though. Why y'all used to always say that in special ed? Like, y'all not retarded. Y'all just need a little bit more attention.
Absolutely.
That line used to drive me crazy.
Yeah, Miss Miller, what you was gonna say? Miss Miller, did you say Todd was in special ed?
I didn't know he was in special ed, but thanks for letting me know.
Huh?
I want to with the what if Todd, the what if challenge over on 16th, man. I need you to just throw something together, man. So you say you want to make him. That was on my whole plan, to make him, to show him that expressing yourself and poetry, you don't got to just do drill music or express yourself to be cool. We got to let him know that it's cool to do spoken word. It's cool to express yourself. It's cool to say your real feelings, because it's actually healing. It's actually helping somebody else. Yeah. So I need you to just throw, because what you had so far, what she said was cool, man. You need to just put that out.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I'm trying to make it as hard, but it just, the truth always gonna be hard, right? So I'm gonna put it together.
Wait 1 second, y'all. I think we have questions. I see Life Church or Basima. Somebody have their hand up. Basima, you have a question?
I got my notes, so I want to do my what if when y'all finish with the question.
Okay. Well, okay, Carter. No, I had not really a question when they was talking about the domestic violence. Could we go back to that?
No, we was on that long enough. It's like, no. Go ahead, Basima.
Ooh, don't be nasty. Well, you know what? I can get a little long-winded. We could do it the next time.
But don't get long-winded. If there's a certain question that you want to ask, and you just want to...
I can't help it. But yeah, we can do it the next time. Next time.
Okay, because
you know that.
Well, I want to hear what the question was.
Who said that?
Me, Todd.
Todd, go ahead,
Babs, go ahead with your question. I want to hear
about domestic violence.
Okay. Right. So we was talking about the domestic violence, and they were saying about the self-esteem and all like that. When I was in a abusive relationship when I was 16 years old with my daughter's father. At the time, I did not know it was an abusive relationship. It wasn't a emotional or mental, because he didn't bash me, he didn't put me down and nothing like that. I think it was more so he was trying to be controlling because I was 16, you know, I wanted to be out, I wanted to go out and all like that. So I didn't realize until I was grown that I was in an abusive relationship, because we used to fight. Back then, I'm thinking, you know, this is my boyfriend, we fighting, you know, he get a busted lip this week, next week I get a busted lip or whatever. So we were, you know, I looked at it as me and him just fighting. And then in the mix of that, I turned into the abuser, because I looked at it like, yo, this nigga ain't going to, before this nigga come at me, I'm going to come at him. So I hook off on him, you know, hit him with something, bust him in the head, you know, whatever. And I became an abuser. And I'm like, when I was fully grown and I understood everything that was going on, I'm like, wow, I was in an abusive relationship. I didn't turn into an abuser. And it made me, and I'm not saying that I could beat no guy, but to this day, I don't have a problem with, you know, going toe to toe, you know what I'm saying? And when I say toe to toe, I'm not talking about like fighting, but I used to, not no more. I would, you know, I don't have no problem with, you know, swinging and, you know, and I'm saying all that to say, all of that happened, it plays a part in our mental and how we grow and how we look at stuff. Because as a woman, I shouldn't be okay with trying to fight no man. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be okay with being verbally abusive to a man. You know what I'm saying? But because I experienced all of that as a young child growing up, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not letting no dude talk to me all crazy. I'm not letting no dude put their hands on me. You know, I never experienced the part about the verbally and making you feel like nobody ain't gonna want you. I've never ever experienced anything like that. It was more so the physical, you know what I'm saying, part of it, but it played a part in my growing as a woman. And that I mean, it traumatized me because I didn't want to be, you know, the rough, tough girl and going all, you know, arguing with the dude and all like that. That's exhausting. But it became, from 16 and me getting grown, it became a part of my makeup.
Okay, so you're getting long-winded. So I'm traumatized right now.
That's why, you know,
I'm traumatized right now because
Ms. Lee, can I
because I need
can
to
I
wait a
say
minute, Ms.
something
Miller.
to her?
Wait a minute, Ms. Miller, because I'm traumatized right now because I need to know, because she was married to my brother. So are you saying you abused my brother? What are you saying right now?
A lot of times I had to go upside his head. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on my way to Virginia. Hold on. Go ahead, Ms. Miller.
Sometimes in life, when you're in something, the pendulum swings from one spot to the other. And so that, in essence, happened to you. And you wanted to make sure that you don't experience that control. So you were over here when he was controlling you. And so in life, you said, I'm taking measures to change and make sure it doesn't happen again. So I'm going to switch over here. So now you're over here. And that's all part of the process. With counseling, with, you know, being active in the church, you begin to change so that you will come back to the middle where we all should be. Instead of being over one side and then this side, there's a process. So with counseling, with having a relationship with God, with going to church, all of that helps you to come back and move back towards the middle. That's it. I'm just real quick.
Okay, so we got 10 minutes.
Okay, left. Miss Lee?
Yes. And by seeing my cousin Dondre is on his phone and he said you was a bully. So I am coming to Virginia to take care of you.
Really?
Right, Greg? You writing down. So Greg, go ahead to your phone real quick. Yes.
Oh, go ahead. I just wanted to say to the young men on the line really quick that I hear all you guys.
You can get long-winded too. So you got 1 minute.
I know. But listen, all right. I wanted to just say, I hear you guys talking and you guys are doing great things now to make a turn. But we all have to understand that when we're making that turn, there's still consequences of things we did in our past. It's not that people don't want to allow us to retire. It's just that we have to be accountable for what we've done. And sometimes, I'm not saying you guys on the phone are like that, but sometimes we do things, and we feel like it's our season to say, okay, let me take that raincoat off now. I'm good. However, it's not the season for the other people. So we have to be mindful of that as well. So sometimes, you know, when we break things and we move on from it, we don't count up the consequence that we left behind broken things. So when we do our street stuff, we're breaking things. And everybody is not healed. Everybody doesn't have any legs. Everybody doesn't have you young men like you have each other. So they don't know how to heal. So I behoove you, guys, don't just pray for yourselves, pray for those broken individuals that you have met or crossed paths with, so God can piece that up. And I'm done, under my minute.
Okay, wait a minute, Greg. Before you do your poem, let me get Todd back on the line. Hold on. Reverend Dunmore, would you like to say anything real quick? Because you was really quiet through this whole process, Reverend Dunmore.
He's watching TV. Elaine, hello?
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Yes,
Reverend
sir.
Dunmore.
Yeah, I was trying to.
I can hear him now, Elaine.
No, I don't have anything. I just want to share that on this Saturday. We'll be celebrating Juneteenth at the church from 12 to 4. We will have Black vendors and what have you. Everything is complimentary, and we ask that you would come and be part. That's 1-15 Leslie Street in Newark. Thank you.
Boz, I am.
So you wasn't watching TV, Reverend Dunmore?
No, I was actually listening to the whole thing.
Okay.
I was right here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not good. We got 4 minutes. Okay, so Greg.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so for everyone that doesn't know, Greg, like he said, he started doing poetry, and so we're doing a what if challenge, where it's 4 different categories, where the winner of each category will get the $500. So I did a what if, Greg did, Anaya did hers. So Greg is going to Todd is back on. Yes, he Todd.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so go ahead, Greg.
Y'all can hear me?
Yep.
I said, what if I say I'm damaged but not broken, but my heart has been torn into a million little pieces? What if I said I would never blame God, but what he took from me has me so hurt that even though I know I need his help, I'm too angry to call on Jesus? What if I would give up any and everything just to give my big brother one more brotherly hug? What if I never had substance abuse, but the thoughts in my head is tearing my mind and body apart worse than any drug? What if my brother suffered and was in so much pain before he passed away? What if I'm suffering and enduring the same pain he felt day after day? What if while I was writing this, I had to stop because the tears wouldn't stop pouring down my face? What if I could have knew they wanted to kill my brother and met up with them to preserve my brother's life and take his place? What if everybody thinks I'm so tough and strong, but damn near every night I cry myself to sleep? What if I would have brought my brother a car? Will he still be alive? Because the killers was waiting on his girl's Jeep. What if no matter how much I beat myself up, I would never get a chance to go back and make things right? What if I want to help the youth to make better choices, but in my mind, all I think about is revenge and taking someone's life? What if I want to go back to when we were little kids peeing in the same toilet, talking about we was playing sports? What if I missed when you wanted to beat me up? Because even though mommy brought me my own clothes, I will break the lock on your closet and still wear yours. What if I tell you that the fools who got money on my head that everybody think is responsible for my brother and Kelly really had nothing to do with it? What if I tell you that the fool who actually killed Eric and Kelly is already dead, but I really don't know who did it? What if karma came back around or he had other beef? It might sound heartless, but about that man's death, I really don't care. What if the misery that plagues my mind every day, now me and his family can share? What if I tell you that I'm damaged, broken, traumatized, and depressed? What would you do? What if I tell you that a lot of people could care less because in the Black community, we don't care about someone else's pain until it happens to you?
This one is too long. You muted, Mom.
Todd, unmute Todd.
I'm talking right now.
I seen you. What you say, Todd? We didn't hear you.
I just told him that's what's up. I'm trying to get the courage to speak in front of people like that. I ain't got it yet.
You don't gotta
You
put it
got
on.
it. Doing it. You doing it this whole Zoom.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
so for like Ronnie said, for all the brothers that's on this line, we got how many minutes? We got 1 minute left. I want y'all to know, everybody on this live, that I love y'all. Todd, I need you to get up with me so I can meet the little guy. Greg, Dondre said, oh man, Greg got too much talent. God bless him. Dondre is on his line. I thank you
Dondre.
Greg for being on the line. I thank everyone. I need to
Tell
get with
Dondre I said hi.
Dondre, you can unmute and say hello, everyone, Dondre. We're gonna do this again. We do it two times a month. The next one is on the 27th at 5 o'clock. Todd, if you like, you come back and speak. However, if you know other people out there that want to jump on, because again, Todd, we trying to heal, right? We trying to heal as a village.
Yeah.
This is what we had back in when we were at Chancellor that you was talking about, the village, right? So we want to save each other. And so I love you. I need you to stay safe. All the brothers that's on this line and the girls to stay safe out here. You know you can reach out to me anytime you want. Dondre said he loves everybody.